we looked in the last couple of days a bit into how to run our bank accounts in order to process payments. Now, it's one thing processing payments from customers. So what we do, we typically have, for example, a customer, and we can open up then through our account system what are their open invoices. We can also open up another field which is called all invoices, so we can look at every invoice that particular customer had. Now, obviously we're interested in the open ones, the ones that haven't been paid. Now, fortunately, in a water cooler business, typically we run with the Pareto, I would say. 80% of the customers pay beautifully. Our terms are net 30 days, and most customers will pay us in that period. 80% actually don't cause a problem. Sadly, 20% do. So what do we do about that? So we have a strategy with the greatest will in the world. We've got two girls who follow all our debtors, and they have to once a week email a statement, and obviously we try and pose different types of spiel. We'll say, oh hi, I think you must have just had an oversight and been on holiday maybe, can you just check into the account, blah blah blah, and try and make it nice and things. Obviously you get the point then with some where it becomes more difficult. We then also sadly get ones which we go, the customers that will go into liquidation on us, which in the greatest will in the world will always happen sadly, and we will write those off to bad debt. Now when I say we'll write those off to bad debt, we want to obviously get back the VAT that we've charged them. So by writing it to bad debt, we reclaim that VAT. But obviously they need to be managed, those liquidations. So we have what we call then a bad debt, and we classify our bad debt into different divisions. So bad debt that's in liquidation, bad debt that's in administration, bad debt pursue, bad debt writing off. So we might take a view on this particular customer, it's so old, there's been a mix-up, we'll just write it off. Or it's not worth pursuing, the guy's disappeared, he's stolen the cooler, what can we do? So we write it off. But otherwise we put pursue, so that we can follow up and build our reports of what we're doing in terms of that bad debt. Fortunately, it's a minor problem. I mean, we've got such a disparity, and it's a small amount, typically a water cooler. It's not a big budget for most customers. So, and even for most businesses, an insignificant cost when you think of the cost of operating an office in London. Running and having a water cooler is meaningless. So obviously running all those is very important, and that's where having a real terrier type person doing your chasing, and you're making sure that you get your customers to pay, because you can have the greatest business in the world. You can have all these wonderful customers, but if they don't pay you, it's all for nothing. And cash flow is king, and that has always been the expression. Thanks for watching.